Russia to make calling for an end to the war between Russia and Ukraine a priority. The Chinese president, who arrived at the Russian capital, Moscow, on Monday, is focusing on stronger ties with Russia and the improvement of international relations between both countries. We have a report.
The Chinese president is not keeping in the cooler his country's interest in keeping Russia as a strong ally. President Xi, who recently got a controversial doorway into a third term in office, says there is a profound historical logic for China-Russia relationship to reach where it is today, describing both nations as the biggest neighbors and strategic partners. President Xi also emphasizes that both China and Russia are committed to realizing national development through support for world multipolarity and working for greater democracy in international relations. For the Russian president, there is no stopping the deepening of bilateral cooperation with China, especially on international affairs and greater democracy. Both sides had an in-depth exchange of views on the war between Ukraine and Russia. China released the document on its position on the Ukraine crisis, advocating political settlements, rejection of Cold War mentality, and unilateral sanctions. The Chinese president said he is of the view that conflicts in the end have to be settled through dialogue and negotiation. President Putin, on his part, said Russia appreciates China for consistently upholding an impartial, objective. At the invitation of President Putin, President Xi arrived in the Russian capital on Monday for a 3-day visit at the invitation of the Russian President Vladimir Putin.
Meanwhile, Ukraine's defense